Welcome back to another Top Floor Women replay. I'm Melanie Ake, founder of Everyday Leaders, co-founder of Scale for Women, and co-sponsor for Top Floor Women. Top Floor Women is Indy's Southside premier networking community. We've had such a great turnout for our live in-person networking events. We meet the first Wednesday of every month. You can go to topfloorwomen.org to register for our monthly programs. You can become a coffee sponsor or register to be a speaker and share your expertise. You can watch the replay right here, right now. Thank you for being a part of our growing Indy Southside premier women's networking events. Let's kick this off with how many of you right now are active on LinkedIn? Oh, that's good. All right. What do you think is active? Let's just open up the room. What do you think is active, right?
I try to post at least, have one at least scheduled once a week, and then we'll make time to kind of go on and engage and like and with other, and then if something new comes up, then I throw it up there real quick.
Okay. So, engagement, I love that. That's so true, right? It's not just about you posting, it's about you getting involved with other people. That's what we're going to really help you guys understand today. Because that analytics is what is really important. We're going to talk about this challenge that we're going to set up is the timing of it, right? Because you can get on LinkedIn yourself individually and say, oh, that was a great post. I'll read that article and maybe I'll share it or maybe I'll make a comment on it. But what I've learned about the way LinkedIn really likes to get information is for you to share information that's important to you, to teach your audience, to create emotional connection, to advertise an event, to help people understand something that they didn't know, to connect them to a resource, and then do it in a group, right? If you do it in a concentrated group at a certain time every week, consistently, right? Talk about consistently. Commitment to be consistent is huge. If you can do that with the same people, your analytics and your scoring on LinkedIn will help you gain visibility the fastest. So that's why I've been doing these with a lot of different groups, and I thought, Top Floor Women, we need to help each other. Right? They say that what can you give a business owner, a small business owner, what's the best thing that you could do for them? Write a review, go post on their social media, like provide a reference to somebody, connect them to somebody that they need help with. Not necessarily always like buy the product, but give them opportunities to connect. That is huge for all of us, right? So I have kind of established this as when I did a lot of research, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from noon to 1 is like the biggest smash. That's when a lot of business people, that's when a lot of non-business people, but marketing people are searching on LinkedIn because they're at lunch or they're in transition, they're going to different meetings. So I'm in a group right now on Tuesdays from 12 to 1. We have 25 people, and here's how it works. Once you get things set up like we're going to do today, I'm going to help you think of ideas and content to create so that at noon on Wednesdays for the next 3 weeks, if you want to join today, you can. But for the next 3 weeks, I want to help you get consistency in a topic of your business, a teachable moment about your business, and I'm going to hand these sheets out here in a second. But I want you to just kind of think about things that you would tell your customers if they were right in front of you right now. Guarantee that there's top 3 things that they need to know. Sherry, I'm going to pick on you. If you said, as you're doing your elevator pitch to people today, what would be the top 3 things that people need to know about you? Just, they don't know you by looking at you, what would you tell them?
I would say we are a bank, but we operate as a mortgage company. We have our underwriters, our processors, our closers, everybody in the house. So a lot of people don't do that. And we offer good customer service, of course, but a lot of people do that. LinkedIn closings, and I guess that's
Okay, and the third thing, so great, right? 2 great business things. And how many know what Sherry loves to do in her off time? Yes. Pickleball. People love personal stories. Just because LinkedIn's a business profile, they want to get to know you. If you're baking on Thanksgiving and, the dog turned over the flour, like, that's things that people want to connect to you to. Because they want to know, like, and trust you. That's what LinkedIn is about. Business relationships are about know, like, and trust. So if you can establish that in information that's really important, hey, we're the only ones that do this and here's how we do it. Then establish those stories about, hey, we got our bank together, we got mortgage companies together, we got realtors together, and we play pickleball together. We build community, right? So that's what I want you to be thinking about in these 3 weeks of ideas of what you want to start sharing at this particular time, 12 to 1. I don't want it to be scary for you, but it'll be fun. So to do this, I created a group, an accelerator group basically on LinkedIn. If you are not currently connected to me, do that right now. Because that's the only way I can bring you into the group. So you can go to Melanie Falls. Hey, here's my LinkedIn. That's my LinkedIn profile. Or Melanie Ake, I guess, with a heart. MELAHNI. It's crazy. Just follow or connect. Yep. If you hit the more button right here, you should be able to connect as well. AHNI. Yep.
Well, you need to be a LinkedIn first.
Oh. Thank you. Oh, there you go. Great. Awesome. Because LinkedIn, just like Facebook has groups, LinkedIn has groups. So if we're connected, then I can pull you into this LinkedIn group, and it's going to be the challenge group.
You could thank her father for that first name.
Yeah. I was supposed to be a boy, and I was born 3 weeks early. So I didn't have any girls' names. There we go. That's the story. And his twin brother's girlfriend was named Milan without the I, and I thought it was funny. Don't know where she is now. So, I will pull you into the group. Yep, that's good. Is everybody connected? Good? Yes. Anybody need help? Yes, you did today. You're connected, so you're good. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. Okay, so this is the group, just like what we had on the ad, so you kids can remember what it looks like. But if you go, I'm going to put you in this group. It's going to be the Everyday Leaders 30-Day Visibility Challenge. I couldn't put LinkedIn Visibility Challenge on LinkedIn because you're like, you can't do that. So today, I'll be pulling you into the group. Cindy Gardner, she's not here today, but she joined the group. So if you have friends that you want to have be a part of this also, have them connect to me and then send a message and say, I want to be in your 30-day challenge. All right? So what happens in this group is basically...
Can you say again where to connect to that challenge?
I
She has
have
to
to
do
pull
it.
you into the group,
Okay.
but I can't do it unless we're connected.
Okay.
So that's kind of why. So I will, by today, this afternoon, I will pull all of you guys into this group. And what you'll see is the messages, or I'll send you kind of instructions if you can't find it on LinkedIn. It's in a group section. So, Facebook, we're familiar with where are the groups. Where's my Facebook profile? Where's a page for my business? But I want to get you guys really comfortable with navigating through LinkedIn because it is just as easy, but it is super powerful for you. You don't have to have the premium, you don't have to have, accelerated stuff to pay for. There's tons of learning, there's tons of stuff that you guys can teach on your own businesses, and it's gonna really help you. So, I just wanted to show you that to kind of kick this off. So if you have a basic profile, everybody's got a basic profile, right? Okay. Connect to me, and then we're gonna get you into this group. What I'm gonna do in this group is I'm gonna post probably every day to give you just some tips and tricks on think about these things for the next week to post. And then every Wednesday at noon, I'm also gonna provide a video for you to show you how to share your post inside of this group, right? So basically, we will make a post and we'll make a post on our regular LinkedIn page. Everybody has done that before? No? No? Okay, so I'm gonna take you there, all right? So here would be your home, if you just go to your home screen on LinkedIn, right? So you can go right up here at the very top where it just says start a post. Just like you would on Facebook. It's the areas are exactly the same, so it's gonna be at the very top of your page. And then you can do a photo. So Sherry wanted to take a picture of her pickleball team and post a photo there. If you want to do a video, LinkedIn will actually let you click that video button and you can do a video from your phone. Just, hey, I just wanted to have to say have a great day today. Right? You can do anything from that video site. You can upload a video if you have a video that you want to share. If you have a YouTube page that you'd like to share video content from, you can, again, share that link there and it'll share your video. If you wanted to find a new job, the job link is right there. And also the articles. So how many of you write articles for your company? Yeah. So that's really important, right? So you can start becoming an expert, again, an expert influencer in writing articles, because that gives you credibility. And when people look at your LinkedIn profile, they'll be more like, hey, what do you care about? What are you connected to? Tell me about your experience writing articles on LinkedIn.
Well, I haven't actually wrote articles on LinkedIn, but it's something that I would like to do in the future. I've started blogging here recently, so I thought about using some of that information to incorporate into LinkedIn to get more reach.
Perfect, perfect. So I just want to just kind of not take this off course, but I want to remind you, all social media, even though you want to show up and be more active, if you have a business, it's really important that you remember that your website is yours, right? Your website is yours. Facebook isn't yours, LinkedIn isn't yours, Instagram isn't yours, TikTok isn't yours. All of these platforms, they can change in a heartbeat. Analytics, what they have rules for. I've been kicked off of LinkedIn, and it's like, those are all my content, like what happened? And so you kind of panic when that happens. Or Facebook changes something, you get in Facebook jail because you liked or commented on a post that you're like, oops. Or you share too many things, right? And so it's awful. You're in this jail based on their parameters. So I just want to encourage you, yes, this is a way to connect to more customers in the community and globally. Globally. This is for everybody, just like Facebook is. However, if you have a business message and you really want to target trying to educate people about what you do and why you do it, LinkedIn is where you need to be. And so you'll start gaining community from that. All right, so we're perfectly on time now. So I'm super excited. The next step is, these are your sheets. I'm going to pass these around. There are 4 pages to that. If you would start there. Let's see. Oh, she did it better than me. You should have. Start that by 6. going, it took 3 pages actually, sorry.
Oh, one of these, oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's 6 total pages, front and back. These are gonna be your worksheets for the next month. So this basically says, like Lisa said, share your content. But when I found this from, gosh, a company that they do kind of analytical, if you wanted to pay to have analytics for your business to push it out. They have a lot of material on here. However, this is a great space to start thinking about what are your ideas and how do you want to show up. So it also gives you a checklist for, am I going to share this on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Google? That's really who they focus on. There are little boxes on the 2nd and 3rd pages talking about your profiles. And it really reminds you, if you blog, to share those things. If you have a website and you're gonna put something on LinkedIn, would really encourage you to go ahead and pull that same content and put it on your website or share it on another platform. You don't have to do that, but again, if one platform shuts down, don't go to all this work. Or don't go to all the work and then go, that was really a great thing that I did or connected. Yes. You can share your website. So you can share information about whatever you want on LinkedIn, right? I will tell you, when you make a post, when you're in the main section, like here, I'm just gonna take this. So if you're doing a main post, hey, it's Dan and Jan. Good job. If you're making a post, see how it is here, just a couple of tips. If you have a link, you don't want to put it in the main body of your content. So you just want to talk about what it is, like Dan says, Happy Independence Day, grateful for the sacrifice, posted a picture of his house and his daughter. He's talking about freedom, and he used specific hashtags. So I want to talk about this for a real quick minute because it doesn't matter what platform you're on, if you're writing an article or a blog, hashtags really help you compartmentalize your content. So when we do our content posting, we're going to do 30-day challenge, top 4 women. So I'm going to put TFW. So 30-day challenge, TFW. You can save it. And then, because what I want to do is show you guys how we can pull everybody's up, right? So, but you have to have a certain hashtag so that you can categorize it. So I'm going to send you all this information, don't worry. But it's really important because if you do that, you can put your own hashtags, like Kim might say senior services, for Johnson County Senior Services. Something that identifies you so that if you pull that up again, you can see everything that's connected to the information that you're sharing. You can also tell somebody else, like, go to this hashtag, and they can pull up all the information that you're sharing. So if you have a brand, if you want to create something, when I started really thinking, I did an event a couple of years ago, 3 years ago now, and I said, everyday leaders change the world. That was the theme of the conference. And so you'll see when I post, everyday leaders change the world. Like I do that from that point on because I knew like things were inspiring me from that moment of that summit. And so now I can pull up all the content from every social media platform that's on there. So really think into that today as we get ready to launch this LinkedIn challenge. Because you can put other things, right? And LinkedIn will give you some information, like if you're about banking, it may say banking, insurance, mortgage, realtors, because they will start looking at your information too, right? So those hashtags bring people to you when they're searching. Hey, what's a new article today on realtors? What's a new article today on senior services? What's a new post today on health offerings? What's a new on cybersecurity, right? Anything that you feel is important, make sure you hashtag that category, right? Kelsey, yours would be alley cats, right? You could put alley cats and then hashtagging that, or Habitat for Humanity, or broadcasting, or all the different things, right? Because you want to get recognition from those areas. So, anybody have any questions over that? That tends to be one of the like, Good? That's real quiet.
Can I just ask,
Yes.
so you mentioned, maybe I missed, you mentioned that you do not want to put the actual link on the content.
Correct.
Because-
LinkedIn does not like that. Because they feel like it takes away from their platform, so that you don't get as many, I don't wanna say points, but they tend to kind of buffer those posts that have links in this area. So what I recommend always is saying, hey, go to the link in the comments to check this out. And so, let me find one here.
But then you gotta remember to go back.
Right. You have to go back. But the thing is, like, after you've created it, just go to the very first comment. So, and say,
If you schedule it, never remember to go back.
yes, yes.
You can't schedule automatic comment.
Yeah, yeah. I've got one going today that I have to go put a link in the comments, and I'm like, yes.
So I'm just gonna, show you what it is. All right, so now I'm kind of posting, it gives me two things that I've mentioned here, right? LinkedIn and teaching. So I can say, great, I'll hashtag those. I'm also gonna say 30-day challenge. Okay. So this will start to pop up once you start using it a lot, and I'll put it in our group as well. But just, it can be as basic as that. So then somebody goes, oh, what are you doing today? What are you looking at? What are you thinking about this week? So as I post this, I'm gonna also mention, check out the link to follow us. Okay, so that's it. That can be as simple as it is. You don't have to put a picture or a video. You can just, hey, I want to make a comment. So then, if I wanted to do a picture, it says right there, add photo, add a video, create an event, or there's lots of other more stuff. So I'm just gonna post this, and I'm connected to a bunch of groups, so it would say, do you want to cross-post it? 177,000 members in that group. So, but what the thing is, you can find groups that start connecting to your content, and then they will get exposure to it, right? So realtors, mortgage lenders, community service, broadcasting, cybersecurity, health, visual media, all those things. So now, like Shannon said, I have to go to my post, and I have to say, I'm going to put topfloorwoman.org. Right? So I just put that. So then when they go to the comments, that kind of starts the analytics, right? So it's like, oh, there's a post, and then somebody actually responded to it. So it also helps your analytics, because now it's like, oh, somebody paid attention to that. So be very intentional about the content that you're creating, right? How you're creating it. Don't just kind of spray and pray and throw it all up there.
Yeah.
Be super intentional, because if I said to Shannon now, hey, go to my LinkedIn and make a comment on that, like, oh, I'm here at the meeting, right? So you could do that today. You could say, hey, I'm gonna go here and follow it. Hey, we're learning about the 30-day challenge. And then that starts putting that content up at the very front. So then you can start bringing people into the group even that want to have more exposure in their business. And this is free. But this is something that we can give each other for free to help give exposure to what you do and why you love what you do. Make sense? Any questions so far? I feel like I'm going fast, but you guys okay? All right. So, Wednesdays from noon to 1, actually we can noon, if you do noon to 12:30, it's a 12 to 12:30, noon to noon 30. I will kick off a post every Wednesday, and it will be, you know, you can go to my profile. You can also go into the group, because I'm going to show you here real quickly how you can do this. So after you've made your post, you can go repost or send, or there's another little trick that I love, and it's these 3 dots right here at your profile. So if you go to the very top right, okay? And it allows you to say, hey, this is an important article, this is an important post, this is an important idea or a thought, or I've learned something. So those little 3 dots, just like everything else in computer land, but it gives you these drop downs. So you can go, I want to feature this on my profile. So if I said, hey, I want to feature that on my profile, it shows up when people come to my profile on LinkedIn as the #1 post. So I'm going to do that so you to show you.
It doesn't allow me to do that.
I was gonna say, do you have premium?
No.
Okay. It may just be,
It's probably one that you have to be the author of.
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a post, you have a post, right? So if I feature that, there it is, just feature that, and then if I go back to my profile, then it has my feature listed right here, so people can quickly see, hey, this is what you're talking about right now. This is what you're interested in, this is what you care about.
If you didn't author it yourself, but you shared a post, could you also feature that?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you have to be, LinkedIn loves original content, right? So if you want to take some of their information and put it into your post, I highly encourage that. LinkedIn is about your perspective. So again, it's establishing that know, like, and trust. So if people can see your perspective on something, it's going to help you in a lot bigger capacity. When you're sharing their stuff, that's great. However, it's going back to their feeds. Okay. So, but great question. So, all right, any questions on that from profile sharing? All right, so I'm gonna go back here real quick so I can click on this. So that's the great thing, right? If you put it on your profile, oh, wait, Michelle. See, there you go. So you can do all the things like Facebook. You can like it, you can share it, you can, I'm scared about it, I'm happy about it, I'm excited about it. But I put it at my profile, so now I can just go to the top of my profile page and click on it, and I see what I posted today, which helps. The other thing that I want to share with you about these 3 little dots, you can save something. So, gosh, I'm so busy, but I want to save this post because I want to come back to it. Make sure to do that. You can click the link to the post, the copy of the link, which is what you can do for the group. Right? So after you've made your post today, I've just gone to those 3 dots, I'm going to put copy the link to the post. And this will be for the group. So as I copy the link, and when you're in the group, here's how it will show up in your profile. So your profile is going to be to the left, and then it'll show your recents, your groups, your events, and it'll show up as Everyday Leaders 30-Day Challenge, right there. So navigate always down the left side of your menu bar,
And
all
that's
right?
under events or?
It will be in your groups once I put you in there.
Okay.
Okay? So once you're in there though, here's what I'd like for you to do, because then we can all, we don't have to search everybody's profile. We can just go to this group and go, you want to be in part of this challenge. You're in part of this challenge. So we can find your articles really quickly and go right to it. And then we can make a comment on it. We can, connect to you about something. But when you go, after you've copied it, right, so let me go back real quick. When you copied it from your profile, it's saved on the clipboard, basically. And then you go to the group. So now that you're in the group, you can just, like you're gonna post, but just do the right click paste. So it just shows you like, this is connecting my LinkedIn post from today. And I posted it. I just basically shared it into this group. So now, once you're in the group, you're gonna see this. You'll be like, oh, okay, let me go right here. I can either click on the link, or I can, go to the post. But that way we can all see what everybody else is sharing, and it keeps it contained. Yes?
Is that the same as if we did like hashtag? Would it still post in the group if we used the hashtag, or do we have to do the copy paste?
If we look by the hashtag, we can find it.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes. So either way.
okay,
So but for more recently,
yeah,
as people are getting used to kind of the whole,
yeah.
like, then you can see everybody else's stuff in the group. But you can always go to 30-Day Challenge TFW, and that'll pull everything that people are posting about. What I want you to get in the mindset of is 12 o'clock on Wednesdays, right? Set your alarms on your phones. Because if you don't have to like think of content that day. That's why I gave you these sheets, because I want you to think about your life, a trip that you've gone on. I'm going to send you a sheet that's going to give you like 55 ideas on things that you can start writing about for next week. And it could be about business, like Sherry says, the two things that she would tell in her elevator pitch. Or what did you do for summer vacation? Or what are you excited to do this Thanksgiving? Or, what's happening in your life? Did you buy a new car? Think about something that you want to share so that you can just start getting people back to your profile. So if you, Paula, tell me about, I know what you're doing in your business is getting people organized. Are you thinking, what would you be thinking about for your first post in this challenge?
I have in mind something more like self-promotion. Like my elevator pitch is kind of, which I haven't even actually practiced in a long time, but my elevator pitch like involves like a statement like, I'm the person that helps you match up your Tupperware lids to your bowls and help you donate the rest, or recycle. I could post a list of places to recycle things.
Very
Well, that would be good.
That's very helpful. Okay, vote against who they want to know about recycling. Yeah. There you go, right? So surveying people too, making a post about, would you be interested in learning about this? I live in Johnson County, do you know about this service, right? That's education. That's what I want you to help really start thinking about, is not just about what you do, but why people are gonna learn something, what's gonna improve their life by the things that you're providing. Right? So, I would highly recommend the recycling thing for your first post. What about you, Kelsey?
I think maybe telling people, hey, I'm ready to get more engaged with LinkedIn. I'm doing this 30-day challenge. Personalizing it somehow towards habitat. But yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I like you being in this challenge is gonna be fun because people will get to know you from a personal side, probably about your boyfriend and your dad, like why you're so passionate about the things that you do. That connects you as you start designing your own hashtags too. It'll help start feeding people to your post. So it won't just be these 25 women in this group. You'll probably start pulling in a new audience from LinkedIn. The great thing is we get to share those audiences too, right? Because we're gonna be on that thread. So the most important thing is like what Michelle did. And Shannon was saying, like, go to your post, then comment on it. When you make a comment, the most impact that you can have to help somebody is to use their name, right? So I'm gonna go back here what Michelle did, and we're just gonna check this out. Okay, so here's my post from today, and I'm gonna say, oh, Michelle, thank you. So I'm gonna pick an icon that I like, I'm gonna do a little heart, and then I'm gonna just comment, but I'm gonna do the @ sign, for those of you that haven't done this before, just the @, and then here Michelle pops up. So I'm gonna use her name specifically in thanking her, just like you would a thank you note, right? It's not just like, oh, thanks for doing this. It's like, hey, Sherry, thanks for doing this. Hey, Michelle, thanks for doing this. So you wanna tag them because then they know, like, oh, and again, analytics, that's what it cares about. So, thanks for joining us. Okay, so now she's gonna get another pull and feed to it, and again, it just will start to populate there. So what you'll see is, sometimes when I've made a post, and I'm gonna share one of these that I did last week, I'm part of the Mandela Washington Fellowship. So 700 African entrepreneurs get selected to come to the United States every year. They go to 25 universities, and Purdue University is hosting 25 fellows this year from all over Africa. So we went last Friday night, we were celebrated like a little, gathering, and I made a post on it. Now, I didn't have a LinkedIn Accelerator post, but I did hashtag Mandela Washington Fellows. So I want to show you this because I wasn't intentional. I didn't do it on a Tuesday. I didn't do it in a certain hour, but because I've posted so much about different things, I just want to share with you how this has really changed my visibility here. So just to encourage you. So when you go to your profile, it's going to start tracking your activity, the articles, the posts that you make, and but this was 4 days ago, and so I'm just kind of just sharing, talking about Purdue and the pictures of all the people. But there's 18 comments, right, and 908 impressions. And that was just a regular post because I wanted to really talk about the great things that Purdue is doing. Because this is amazing. This is a 6-week program, and they bring African entrepreneurs over here from all over South Africa. And we're mentors for them. So the guy that I got paired up with is from Madagascar. I'm like, ooh, maybe we can go there. But it's really so cool, right? So you're sharing just what's happening in the community so that you can bring community together. So it's really pretty cool. And if you think about, let's go down here. So some of the people that are commenting because of the hashtags, right? So she was from Nigeria last year, and some people are Shelly, but it just gives you a lot of, some of these are fellows from this year, last year, just different connections, but they start recognizing the hashtag, and they also want to participate in it. So that's what I'm saying. Anything that you're doing, really start to think about the 3 things that you'd like to share and talk about over this challenge, okay? The SSI score, I talk a lot about this in the post. The SSI score, it gives you a rating. So don't get freaked out about it. But you can find your SSI score. I'm gonna send you a link and you can go find yours. Basically what it says is if you're a 70 or below, you can improve. If you're 70 or above, you're in the top 1% of LinkedIn people that are posting, that are sharing information. That's huge, right? Only 1% of the people on LinkedIn post every single day. Every single day. It can just be a comment. It can just be, hey, I'm in Greenwood today, I'm having fun, I'm in a meeting. But really only 1% of the population even post every week. Because some people just go there to, you know, they're like, it's about me, it's what I need. I need to find this person, I need to get connected, I need an interview, I need to find a business owner, right? If Lisa was only on there for that, but she's not. So you have to think about the relationship with the community that you're building with your audience on LinkedIn. All right? So the SSI score, there's a sheet that I'm going to send you, and I'm going to bring it up real quick just to show you what it is so you can navigate through it.
So you said 70 and higher is?
70 and higher, yep, is the influencer. So I'm going to show you how to get there. So this is the worksheet that I'm going to send you. And it gives you just the SSI score link. And I'm going to walk through this so you can see how to do it. The accelerator group, I'm going to give you that link as well on the spreadsheet. And then these are 55 ideas on what you can post about. So it'll take you to different links to give you some ideas on just a video, share quick tips and advice, post your memes, run a contest, celebrate a holiday, share a post from company events, post an answer to a commonly asked question, where's the recycling places, link to free resources. Ken, that'd be great for you, like, hey, we're offering this, we're doing some events, here's what we do, here's how many people we serve. New job listings, if you're in a company that has job openings, highlighting new team members. Who's playing pickleball today, right? But things like that that really people want to hear about, and we forget that it's important, okay? So I'm going to send you this link. I'm going to go to the link right now to show you where it goes. So at the top of the spreadsheet, you're just going to click this link when you get it. And it says, how to find your SSI score. Wow, that's pretty easy. Then, when you go down here, it says, what's your SSI score? Check it right here. Okay? And you keep going. Get started, get your score. So it knows because you have to be signed into LinkedIn, right? And then you say, get your score. Wow. All right, so when I found that out, I was like, really? I don't post that much, but I do it super intentionally. I do post, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm changing my laundry. Not like Facebook. But here's the important thing, it tells you the analytics of what your network wants. Who is in your network that really cares about what you have to say? Because I serve people that want to help improve their businesses. Like, that's what I want to do. So 4 components to your score are your professional brand, finding the right people, right? And so that's making sure that the right people are seeing your information, engaging with insights, and then building relationships. So that's where it's going to really give you credit if you're doing it in the right intentional platform. That's why I want to help you. Because not that this matters every day on the street, but if you're a business owner or if you're in a business and you really want to help drive results so that people can start understanding what you care about, this is really important. LinkedIn is huge. It's just changed so many businesses and people forget about it. So do you have any questions on this? Yes, Joe?
Oh, I just said 5 minutes.
Oh. All right. So anyway, when you get your SSI score, what I'd love for you to do is share about that in our private group. All right, so maybe you're, when you go to our group posting, I'm just going to say, hey, what's your SSI score? Because what I'd love for you to do on this spreadsheet is, this is our challenge, right? So I want you to kind of either check off one of these. So if you want to join today, I'm going to do a post at noon. You can join it today, or you can wait till next week. But for the next several weeks through the end of July, I want to help you create and increase your visibility. So, I want you to put your SSI score in our group, so then we can go check it in a few weeks and just see how it is increasing. What you're gonna see is momentum is impact. The momentum of everybody posting in that same time period, just to help you, is going to really increase, it's gonna increase your score, and it's going to increase your network. Next month, we're gonna do a video challenge. So, I just wanna get you guys comfortable with getting on LinkedIn first. So articles, resources, information, personal stories, blogs, articles, just to get you motivated to take action, right? That's where it happens, that's where the magic happens. So I'll be sending you the rest of this stuff on this spreadsheet, and any other questions?
That's great.
Just so I understand the challenge, you're gonna post a LinkedIn, every Wednesday around noonish.
Yep.
Is that gonna be the like you're gonna post what our challenge is for the week, or?
So, that's a great question. So, at noon is when everybody can post, right? So everybody can post between 12 and 1. The object is for all of us to then comment on each other's post.
So are we to pick something from those 55 topics to help us?
Just to help you
figure out-
think.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do something different, but I want to just help you continue to think. And I'm gonna post probably in the group every day just to say, hey, what did you do here? Think about this for the post for next week. Because as you start to do this, you're like, oh, can I do that for like 3 weeks? Can I really do that? But it's really one thing. Really, it's one thought, it's one idea, it's one action. And then there are times when you can schedule the post, like Shannon said.
I was gonna say, mine's already scheduled for
Yeah.
today at 10:30, and I'm trying to figure out how to change it, so.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right, so even if you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't post it at noon, share it in the group so that we know that's the post that you want us to go to. Because even if it's not like exactly that, it's the activity that you're having between that 12 and 1 o'clock period that people will start to go like, oh, that's popping up, like I'm seeing that, I'm recognizing it. Don't just start like accepting everybody's friend requests, right? Because they will start like, oh, I like that too, and you will get that, and you get spammers from all over the world, like, oh, do you wanna buy my business? And you're like, no. I put something on the Purdue Agriculture Fellows, there was another group that I was working with, and they did a GoFundMe for somebody that had had an accident. And so somebody that had showed up from another page was like, well, I live in Nigeria and I need money too, can I have a GoFundMe page? And I was like, that is not how this works.
Well, and also from a cybersecurity point of view,
Yes.
you have to be very careful that those aren't actually legitimate profiles. And
Yes.
so, we're coming into, get on my little pedestal. We're coming into an election season right now, and so I had my Facebook account stolen, and it's gone for good. This is what's going to be happening, is that they're going to be creating non-legit profiles, stealing profiles, and then countries are going to start to post election information stuff to get us butting heads and everything in our country. So
be careful.
yeah, if and I've actually had it happen to me on LinkedIn before too. Somebody reached out to me. Always look at the profile. If they've only got like maybe 5 connections, and they're not like a kid out of college, they've only got like 5 connections, they don't do any posts, don't connect with them, because it's probably not a legitimate post.
Yeah, and I would say that too, this is about you absolutely growing your community, but just be very aware.
Okay.
Because there are so many things where you're like, oh, that's because you hashtag something, right? Health and wellness, whatever, nursing, like to help people gain visibility on what your space is. And then people will show up and you're like, I didn't want you following me. But it's okay, because you can block them, but just navigate through, like you're sharing what is important to you, so don't let that stop you. Don't let that be a barrier from sharing your information. Because that's huge, right? You want to become that influencer status, but it doesn't take you that long to do it. To be able to elevate your information and your brand, it really, with these tactics, it really does help you get there faster.
And this is the best way to do it, through actually making personable connections versus just randomly going into LinkedIn and hitting connect. Because one of the things that I really value with LinkedIn is like if I'm trying to get into a company and say Lisa knows that person, you know, I'll message her and be like, hey, can you give me a warm intro? But if she was just randomly out there going connect, she like, I don't know who they are, you know? That's not, the LinkedIn is, to me, is my online networking group. So if you kind of think of it that way.
So good. Okay, I know this was like a lot. Did you learn anything today? All right, go to topfourwomen.org if you have any questions.